Okay, fifth graders, a few things I had asked you to write on your homework today before you left. 1/2 is 0.5, 1/3 is 0.33 repeating, 1/4 is 0.25, 1/5, and remember you're also going to need to know 2/5, 3/5, 4/5, and so on. You need to be able to get that, is 0.2. 1/6, that's the one you don't have to know in 5th grade, but your 6th grade teachers are really going to want it. That's 0.16 repeating. 1/8, you must know, equals 0.125. Again, you've been working on that the last few days. And 1/10, and again 2/10, 3/10, whoops, I'm giving something away here. 4/10, 5/10, you need to know all of those. 1/10 is going to be, did I do it already? Nope, 1/10 is going to be 0.2. Okay, so that should help us out a little bit. Here we are with our 1/5. I can look at my little thing in the margin and I can see 1/5 is the same as 1/2. That makes it pretty easy. Number 3 I told you was optional. 0.667 gets a little bit trickier because it's hard to figure out necessarily which one it is. But if I look over here, I can see something that looks like it could work. I see 0.33. If I doubled that, I would have 0.666. So this must be 2 of those. So instead of 1/3, this would be 2/3. I'm going to skip this one and come back to it. 3/8, again, if I know 1/8, I can just add this 3 times, 0.125, or I can multiply it by 3. And I bet a lot of you can do this in your brain anyway. And you get 0.375 for this one. 1/4, we can see right over here, we wrote it down, it's 0.25. If you want to, you can put that 0 in here as a placeholder. 2/5, this is that one where you have to multiply it by 2/2 to figure out what it is as a 10, and you get 4/10, which is pretty easy then to write as 0.4 or 0.4, and I know some of you are doing that one mentally also. 7/8, well, if I know 1/8 is 0.125, I can either take 0.125 and multiply it by 7 to get 7/8, or I can add it 7 times or do it mentally. I'm multiplying here. 7 times 5 is 35, carry the 3, 14, 15, 16, 17, carry my 1, and I get 0.875 for this one, 0.875. And 0.5, I can find that over here, is the same as half. Looks like number 1 actually. 3/4, ooh, that's one I should have had you right over here. I'm sorry I didn't. It is one that you should know. Anything with the fourths. You need to know 1/4, 2/4, 3/4. You need to know them all. And 4/4. I usually tell you to think money. If you divide your dollar up into 4 parts and you have 3 of them, you have 75 cents, or 0.075. And our last one, 0.333, you can see it right here. That was the same as 1/3. Remember, these are the ones you need to know these by the end of 5th grade. You have to know all of these by the end of 5th grade, except this one, but your 6th grade teachers are going to say you have to know it when you get to 6th grade. So might as well practice that one now. Alright, so this one, I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, alright, so it can't be thirds because that would be 0.33, and I don't think there's, if I doubled it, I'd have 0.66, so it's not going to be thirds. Again, this one was that optional one because it is a little trickier. So I'm looking for other options. 0.5 won't work. It's not, definitely not a half. It's not a third. It won't be the fourths. That's not going to work. It's not going to be the fifths. Could possibly be the sixths or the 8th, maybe. Not going to be a 10th and not going to be 3/4. So we're thinking 6. We should be thinking 6ths or 8ths. I'm going to go with 8ths on this one, just to save some time, and I'm going to take a guess. 0.125, and I'm going to multiply. If I multiply by 6, I think it will be too big. 1 times 6 will be 6, but then I've got this 6 in the 10th place. So I might go a little bit smaller and go with 5. If this doesn't work with 8ths, then I would try 6ths. 5 times 2 is 10, 11, 12, carry the 1, 5 times 1 is 5, plus another is 6. We got it exactly. So that was a 5. So that means I have, oops, that means I have 5/8 on that one. And again, if the eighths didn't work out, then try it with the 6. Do the same thing. 0.16 times a good guesstimate on that one to find out. All right, that's it. Thanks for working with me today.